Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA episode 281. I am Brendan. All right, Bellator 297 prelims. We're going to take care of the prelims here. If you're looking for the main event and the breakdown for the main card, that's in the last video. This is going to be Gadzhi Rabadanov versus Pieter Buist, and then the rest of the prelims, we're going to break it all down round by round. Real quick, before we get started, if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see more of it, subscribe to the channel, because that way you know the next video is coming out. I put out 2 or 3 videos every single week breaking down fights from Bellator, UFC, PFL, all that kind of stuff. I did not do the PFL this week. There's just a lot going on. I'm going to be covering the UFC and Bellator. So, all right, let's get into it. Also, if you're looking for breakdowns on any specific fight, the timestamps are down below. Oof. Okay. Oh, also, I will grade the prelims before we get started. If you have not watched these prelims, I would go watch them. Most of the fights are pretty good. They're interesting enough to watch. It moved at a quick pace, and it's up on YouTube for free, easily accessible. You can skip through stuff that you don't want to watch. Go watch it. You don't have to do it like the main event where you have showtime and you got to wait for it to play and blah, 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 blah. All right, so Gadzhi Rabadanov, who's ranked, I think, number 4 or 5 in that division, is taking on Pieter Buist, and this guy is a newcomer to Bellator, but he lasted. What I can say is he lasted 10 minutes with his back taken or controlled the entire time, which is impressive against Rabadanov. Because he got the takedown right away. Rabadanov was dominating him on the ground until he reversed it at about minute 20 left in the first round, and then Buist was able to control a little bit. Didn't really do much damage with it. Didn't have a lot of great positional control, or didn't do anything with his positional control. So Rabadanov, total control for most of that round, 10-9. Second round here, immediate takedown for Rabadanov, but then Buist was able to get back up with 40 seconds left. There was some moments in there where he was close to a submission. There was an arm triangle that was really close, but Buist worked his way up with 40 seconds left, landed some hard body kicks. It just wasn't enough to take the round, 20-18 to Rabadanov. And then you could clearly tell, though, that Buist had the wherewithal to stay in there, and it looked like he could win this fight in the third round. He had his moments. The jab from Buist was landing really well. He was able to avoid the takedown for a little bit this time. And then Rabadanov was looking for the takedown. Buist locked up a high elbow guillotine. And it was tight, too, but he just couldn't get it done. Couldn't sink it in properly. Rabadanov holding the gloves and running away for the last 40 seconds. Got to give it to Buist for the last round, but clearly this was Rabadanov's fight, 29-28. Good fight for him. Either Buist is really good, Rabadanov was having an off night, or maybe Rabadanov has some weaknesses in his game that people can exploit. Jaleel Willis taking on Ramazan Kuramagomedov. They exchanged kicks. This one was exciting. So they exchanged kicks to get started. Hard right hand on the inside from Willis, and then Kuramagomedov, he freaking lands a huge left knee, and Willis is out. Man, this was hard. In this exchange here, just pop, oof, down. Oh, that was rough, man. Woo! Great win for him. I think this was his Bellator debut. So you got another one, guys. You got another one. Norbert Novenyi versus Kamil Oniszczuk. Oniszczuk? I think that's how you pronounce it. This one did not last very long. Oniszczuk is a little tentative, but Novenyi, who trains with Michael Venom Page, moving like that, goes in for a 1-2, and it lands a second time, and then he lands this last one, and it is all she wrote. Bam, all done. And that was the end of it. That huge right hand, it put him out, and it was all done. Okay, here, Archie Colgan taking on Emmanuel Sanchez. Emmanuel Sanchez, a former title contender. I think Archie Colgan is ranked. Is he ranked number 10? I don't remember. He's ranked. Nice right hand from Colgan to start. Sanchez was mixing up the attacks. Colgan got the takedown with 1:50 left. Sanchez stays active on the back and lands a really hard up kick at one point. Colgan landed a right hand as they got back up that staggered Sanchez for a second. Sanchez did more in this first round, but Being on his back for a second wasn't the best. I still had him taking the round. This first round, I gave it to him 10-9. If you gave this to Colgan, I totally understand. But two judges gave it 30-27, so I totally get it. Sanchez working the jab really well. Colgan digs for the double leg takedown. They're exchanging in the middle of the cage with Sanchez landing some more. Great stiff jab from Colgan landing in the second round. Colgan landed and getting another takedown with 28 seconds left in the round, and that's what did it for me. Clearly, he had that second round, 19-19. Third round here, Colgan lands. When Colgan lands, he's pushing Sanchez back, but he doesn't stop. But Sanchez never stops moving forward. Colgan went for a takedown, and Sanchez jumped onto a guillotine. Just no dice with that. Colgan ends up on top, and that's pretty much the rest of the round. Got that takedown, did some ground and pound with it. 29-28 for Colgan. Good fight for him. Showing his dominance in that position when he can get there. All right, Jordan Newman versus Matthew Perry. Great left hand for Newman. Nice low kick from Perry. Newman gets a takedown. Newman is heavy on top and getting the crucifix for a second, and then Newman gets the Americana for this nice finish here. So he ends up getting this position. I couldn't see it because they were all bunched up over here, but you can see it clearly from this side. See right here, it's harder to see. But then he locks that up and gets the Americana and then gets the finish that way. So great win for him. Matthew Perry hasn't fought apparently in like 8 years. I forget what his nickname is, but it's something goofy. Yeah. And all right. The first fight of the night. Wow, we are breezing through these, huh? Cody Law versus Edwin Chavez. That cannot be how you spell that name. Yep, it's one I, dummy. Cody Law looked really good in this one. Law was moving forward. He caught a kick and landed a hard right hand to punish him. Law was corralling Chavez against a cage. He was throwing combinations. They landed a bylock takedown at the end of the round. Great round for Law. I don't think Chavez did anything in this first round. 10-9. Law getting the takedown and entering with the striking again. He was just dominant in the second round, 20-18. Chavez attempting a flying knee right when he hits the feet, like right when his feet hit the mat again. Law goes in for the takedown. Chavez did a little bit, and he could take the last round, but in my opinion, I just didn't give it to him. Let's see what the two of the judges, Clearly and D'Amato, gave it 30-27, and then Mason gave it 29-28, but all in favor of Cody Law, so a great win for him. This video was nice and short. Like I said, though, if you're looking for the main event and the main card and stuff, that's in the last video. I broke down all those ones. But this moved really quick. And like I said, it's on YouTube, and I'm a fan of that. Not that I think YouTube's the best platform. It's just, it's easy to use, unlike the Showtime. Maybe Showtime Anytime is different, but if you get Paramount Plus, Showtime comes with that. Right? Paramount Plus something. I forget what it's called, but you pay a couple extra bucks and you get Showtime. Cool. Well, the only way to watch Bellator when you do that is watching it live or when they replay it on live TV, right? So it's basically like you're watching the Showtime channel. So I have to sit there and watch it in real time, even if I watch it the next day. But it also means I have to sit there at the very beginning. I can't miss a second of it, because then I miss a couple seconds of a fight, and then I can't break it down. Right? I can't go back and look and rewatch something that I want to watch. I have to wait until they eventually put it up on YouTube, or they put it up on Paramount Plus, or on their Showtime app. Their prelims, on the other hand, are all up on YouTube, and they're really fast to go through. Right? If you see that they're stalling on the ground, I don't have to sit there and watch it for 5 minutes. I can skip through it, because I can skip at 5-second intervals, and I know what's happening because I can see it happening in front of me. So I don't need to sit there in real time and watch a guy lay and pray, which is what happened in the main card. So, it's not, the main card wasn't horrible, but it's a skipper. The prelims, I would say you probably don't need to go watch them. But there's a bunch of fun fights on here, and you can get through them so fast. Why not? Just go back and watch them. It's worth your time, I promise. All right, that is it. That's my little rant to end the video. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you like this kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel so the next video is coming out. Like I said, I do 2 or 3 videos every single week. I'm going to be breaking down the UFC coming up here. And if you're looking for the main card main event, that's in the last video. I am not doing the PFL this week. Sorry, guys. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, though. Love y'all. Have an amazing week.